Hello there, this is DBT and this is Art of Rooms. And alright, let's continue playing some more Asphalt Legends Unite. And today, we're gonna have a look at the article for the Roadmap Update May Edition that was published on the website just yesterday, where it details what are the plans for the game for the rest of this entire year. A lot of really interesting information over there, but before I jump into it, if you enjoy my content, please hit the like button on this video and subscribe to the channel, because doing that helps the channel to continue to grow, and in that way, I can continue making this type of content for you. So go ahead, like and subscribe for some more Alu right here. But before I go into that, I want to talk about some news here on the channel. What news then? Well, I have officially joined the content creator program for Asphalt Legends Unite. That's right, it finally happened. Oh yeah. Now, I guess I should probably explain what is this gonna mean for people that already know my channel, and also what the channel is about for people that don't know it at all. First of all, again, my name is DBT, and I am just a yapper. That's basically what I do. I like playing this game, playing it quite a bit, and I basically do real-time commentary on races that I do. I may not be a great player, in fact, I'm kind of bad at the game, but it doesn't matter. The point is that I have my fun and that it's plenty for me. Now, real quick, this race I did notice that it's half Ferrari, half Lamborghini. I'm sad to say that I think that Ferrari is actually a better car than the Lambo that I'm driving, but it's fine. This Lambo, after all, is my favorite of all time, so there is that. So yeah, I just make a lot of content in playing multiplayer, but also giving some information as to news or things that are happening in the game and whatnot. So yes, that's kind of the point of the channel. But for the people that already know this channel, well, there's not going to be necessarily a lot of changes, mostly that from time to time I will have access to some information earlier than I did before, and I'll be able to let you know once I'm able to do, because obviously I still have to abide by certain restrictions on dates and whatnot. But still, it's gonna be some small changes in the channel, but for the most part it's gonna be very similar to what you already know. At the end of the day, you guys know that I love making content on this game. I really enjoy this game. I love the cars in this game and I like playing it. So yeah, it's gonna be very similar to what has been all of this time. A lot of content on this, so why not? But yeah, I have officially joined the program, so you might see a little bit more of me maybe on the official Discord server for Asphalt Legends Unite. We'll see. You know that sometimes I go off the grid for a period of time, but hey, I'll be there whenever I can. So yes, feel free to ping me over there if you want to, you know, have a chat with me or something. But anyway, so yeah, I just decided to do a tiny bit of gameplay, because normally when I do this type of videos on reviewing the patch notes or things like that, or articles like this, it ends up being an entire video with no gameplay. So I decided, you know what, we should have a bit of races first, and why not? There's a free try for my absolutely favorite Lamborghini car, so might as well enjoy it. I do own this car in both my accounts, but in none of them I have it at gold. In fact, in this one, in my global accounts, I only have it like, well, no, I have it at 5 stars now. I've been trying to complete it with the car hunt, but honestly I haven't been grinding it enough, so hey, it's fine. Still, just wanted to do a bit of races with Lamborghini, my Lamborghini, because hey, why not? But really the objective, we're fine. The objective of this video is the article, and the article we should have a look at. Now, as the article itself is going to mention, this is an update to the previous roadmap that they have made public some time ago. They made a video on it. I also made a video reacting to that. I'll put the link in the top right if you want to watch the entire thing. But this is basically the update to that, and if there were changes compared to that other one. I will be focusing mostly on the changes around May, for the period of May, because that is the new update that is imminent. So that's what I'm most interested about, but I'm still going to read through the entire thing. So let's get into the May section. Our next update is just around the corner, and although you can find more info in our coming patch notes, here's a sneak preview. Nitro Catch-Up Mode. A new multiplayer mode is headed your way that will make the race for first place tighter than ever. The amount of nitro received throughout the race, whether it's collecting bottles or pulling off stunts, will decrease the closer you are to the head of the race. This will provide bigger boost to those coming behind to make the top of the race as tight as possible. You can expect this new mode to be thrown into the mix of our MP lineup alongside other modes such as Slipstream and Classic. Now, what they're saying right there is that this, like those other modes, are gonna be showing up in the different multiplayer series. I do expect this to be more often found in MP2 than MP1, but still, we'll see where they're gonna be putting it. But in general, the idea behind this mode is that the higher the position you are in the race, the less nitro that you get from doing whatever that will give you nitro, like bottles, drifting, or barrel rolls, 360s, all of that stuff, right? All that would give you nitro. The farther in the front that you are, the less that you gain from that. And the whole point behind that is precisely so that people that are behind in the race will have a bunch of more nitro to catch up to you. And well, like it says right there, to make it very competitive at the very, very front of the race. Now, I still imagine that there's going to be a bunch of cases where the raw top speed of cars is going to be more than enough for people that are in first place to remain first place. Because in general, you know that the nitro speed doesn't necessarily make a ton of difference in the top speed itself, but rather as ways to keep your speed going. So, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I'm really interested and excited about this mode because, hey, any new game mode is something worth being excited for, testing it out, finding out what's good, maybe what's not so good, and hopefully so that it can continue improving over time. But let's move on. It says after that, multiplayer bots. We'll be introducing bots to a lower MP ranks to help with matchmaking. Now, this is something that I think is really interesting because it's a thing that I really haven't experienced myself. Because, once you get to a certain level of your garage, then, and you're playing MP1, you end up finding yourself constantly in silver or in gold, in platinum, and then the new season begins and you get the ranked a little bit, but then, you're still somewhat high in the leagues. However, I do imagine that there's a section of players that are stuck in the low leagues, and maybe there's just not that many people to play with anymore over there because, if we consider the player base a bell curve, most people are going to be in the middle, and a lot less people, very little people are going to be at the edges, the super low ranks and the super high ranks. So maybe this is what this is trying to combat, and I think it's an interesting and clever move, to at least allow the newer players to actually start making some progress in multiplayer, not have to wait long for the races. Let's continue reading. It says, build your own bundle, a new addition to the shop where you'll be able to choose from a list of options which items you want to include in your very own personalized bundle to ensure you get the best deal on what you really want. This will be made available only during specific events, so keep an eye out. So basically what this is saying is that you're going to be able to pick some items and create a bundle to purchase direct. So, I don't know, you see that, how bundles tend to be, right? Hey, here's some blueprints, here's some packs, here's some tokens, here's some credits. Well, maybe in the bundles, you'll be able to, I want to get some packs for this car, some tokens for this, and some that. Now, this is indeed to be a more tailored to you, a tailored experience or purchase that you want to make. But then again, I wouldn't necessarily think that this is going to be like, oh, wow, they're going to be super cheap or anything. They're probably still going to be the regular prices, but at the very least, you're going to be able to select what you want from the option that they give you. I don't imagine that out of nowhere is like, yep, I want to buy a Devel 16 key along with a Lava Chunwar key, and also let me throw in Koenigsegg Jesko Absolute key because I don't think it's gonna work like that, but hey, we'll see how it goes. Then we got the Collector Mode SE special event. Coming soon to a spotlight near you. We've been able to not only integrate our special events into the spotlight, but also add collector stages into the mix. Honestly, I don't know how this is gonna work. It seems like mixing a bunch of different things, different events into just one. Again, the regular special events plus collector mode plus the spotlight. It seems like it's gonna be less focused than any of those single events. Again, obviously I haven't seen it, so I don't really know how this is gonna pan out. But let's hope that it's a good thing. I really can't tell much because, hey, we need to see how it's implemented and what does it mean for the player and the progress that they can make. But I'm just happy to see some more collector mode because, those things are fun or good to unlock some stuff. Then we got the Spotlight Pass. To help you further increase your gains in the Spotlight events, a new Spotlight Pass will be made available next season, providing both a free and premium track of rewards and awarding Spotlight currency, blueprints, decals, and other rewards. And I know, this is the part that everybody is like having some really, really strong feelings about it. And I understand. I think it's completely understandable because, hey, the Spotlight, the very first one that we got, was absolutely amazing. Completely free to play, by the way. Then the second one was a lot less good, like properly nerfed. And now they're adding a way to make it better, but at a price of actual money. So I understand why people are upset about this, and to some extent, obviously I agree because hey, I love the first one, but also seeing it from a more objective perspective, it makes sense that the Gamemode wasn't gonna be super happy on just giving 5 cars that you could gold out in one single event 100% for free. And now that they have nerfed it and see how people are or were able to make progress on that, well, they're also gonna monetize it further. I just hope that at the very least the spotlight remains in the way that the last one was. Yeah, it wasn't great, it wasn't amazing, but honestly it was still good to unlock. A lot of people in the last video that I did, I asked you guys to post what progress did you make in that event, and I saw that a lot of people were able to unlock the cars. Yeah, maybe they only got it to 1-2 stars, but still unlocking cars for free is not a bad thing. So I hope that at least that stays, and that the spotlight pass helps for the people who really just want to gold out the cars in one go. Well, there you go, you just gotta buy the pass and go for it. But again, we'll see how it works, we'll see, I don't know, prices and all of that stuff, really what are the rewards, and then maybe I can talk a bit more about that. Now moving on for July. Now obviously they're skipping a month because this is for an update that spans May, June, and then comes the July that is gonna spend also a couple of months, right? Unite Pass overhaul. We'll be giving up the Unite Pass some love to make sure it still stand up to the current economy and to give it a light overhaul, looking at the challenges, reward, and benefits offered. We'll share the specific closer to release, and the goal overall is to increase the value of the Unite Pass to make sure our legends get the best deal possible. So obviously they're not being specific over here, but I do imagine that it basically means like, hey, maybe we'll stop giving, I don't know, 100,000 credits and instead, I don't know, we'll give something else, right? Something that is more useful in the current state of the game, given that a lot of cars require a lot more blueprints, things like that. So I hope that this is indeed a change that is gonna mean like, hey, it's more value for what you're paying in order to get this thing. I mean, I really like the Unite Pass just for the fuel alone, but you know, if they can improve it further, that would be fantastic. Blind pick stock. A new addition to the shop. A stock of item will be made available in the shop, but with a twist. Although you know what items are available, you won't be able to see which item is which. You'll have to make a blind pick to reveal the item. That item will then be removed from the stock, and you're welcome to pick another until the entire stock is gone. So if you're after an item in particular and don't get it the first time, don't worry. It will still be there, hidden somewhere. So basically, this is gonna be, you know, like a game of cards, let's say, where all of the cards are facing down, and you know that all of these cards are gonna be different. But you pick them, you reveal what it is, and it's like, oh, it's not the one that I wanted, but that card gets removed. So now there's less cards. So over time, you're gonna be able to eventually, hopefully, get what you want, so long as you flip enough of the card. How is that gonna work? I don't know. Again, it's a shop situation, so I don't know if it's gonna be something that you do for in-game currencies or if it's gonna be for money. We'll see. Obviously, this adds an RNG element to buying stuff, so I don't know how that's gonna work. I guess people will decide whether or not they want to go for it, but hey, I'm not much for RNG rewards, especially when it comes to purchases, but you know, it's gonna be there. Then we got the import part availability. With such a wide range of cars to choose from and rank up, we're recognizing it can be a bit of a struggle to find that missing epic import part to fully max out your car. So we will be working to increase the availability of epic import parts in our store to help our most avid collectors. So I do hope, they keep on mentioning store, so I hope that they do mean the Legend store part of the shop, where you can actually purchase the epics for, what is it called? Trade tokens, the red tokens, right? So I hope that's what it means, but yeah, in general, it seems that they're like, yeah, and we see now that there's too many cars, there's a lot of epics, and very few ways to get those epics, so hey, there's gonna be more ways to do it, but again, we'll see how it actually is implemented and how are we gonna be able to acquire them. Then we got the Vanity Update 1. A new vanity system will be released. We'll be introducing a special vanity currency which you can earn as you play and will be used to unlock all sorts of cosmetic and vanity options for your garage. Unfortunately, at this point, well, there's not a lot of information on this. It does say vanity options for your garage. So I don't know if they literally mean your collection of cars in the garage or the actual garage, or maybe both. Because you know that I've said a million times that I would love to be able to customize the image, you know, in the in-game garage background. You know, this whole thing here on the back, right? This whole section, the background image and all of that is semi-static and whatnot. I always thought, hey, these are screens, so it would be good if you could actually customize what is going to be showing over there. I don't know, like from a selection of track, what you call it, picture-like scenes or whatever. I don't know. Maybe they mean that. Or maybe legit it just means for the cars themselves. But I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I do have a bit of a thought that maybe it means like custom nitro effects and things like that, but I really don't know. We'll see. Multiplayer changes. No major changes to our multiplayer modes, but we will be polishing our UI further, such as allowing for us to display free try cars more clearly in your garage. So that is kind of nice. I mean, they already did a change to the free tries to be more visible by putting them at the start of the class rather than spread where they normally would be in the entire class, list of cars. So I don't know how else they're gonna change it, but still it's kind of good because it did help a lot. The fact that they grouped the free try cars at the start, man, that made such a change. It was fantastic. Then we got the 20th anniversary track. Oh boy, this excites me a lot. It reads, the start of our anniversary event. With our 20th anniversary approaching, we have a very special track that will teleport you through time and allow you to take a nostalgic ride through some familiar tracks. Stay tuned for a future track reveal. Now, here's what I'm gonna say. I had a theory that the track, because at some point in a long time ago, they mentioned that, I think it was in a Q&A session, that they would still be open to porting another map from Asphalt 8 into Legends Unite. You know that we got Nevada a long time ago, now a new one. But I was pretty sure that was going to be Barcelona, you know, for reasons of the development team and all of that. I thought it was going to be Barcelona. And I thought that was going to be, for what they had mentioned, that there was going to be this whole thing of the anniversary for Asphalt and whatnot. But this actually gets me really excited because it specifically says, a very special track that will teleport you through time. Okay, that could be just, you know, fancy words of saying like, yeah, no, it's a way to revisit a track. But it does say, take you to a nostalgic ride through some familiar tracks, plural. What? We're talking about one track that takes us through some familiar tracks? Oh my god, teleporting through familiar tracks? I don't know. I'm just speculating, right? I may be a content creator now, but I still don't have any information on this. But my guess, big emphasis on guess, does that mean that it's gonna be a track where it's actually gonna be divided into different sections that is gonna look like tracks from older games? Oh, that would be insane. That would be absolutely fantastic. I hope that's what it is. Again, I don't really know because we don't have information specifics on this. But man, this sounds absolutely bonkers if it is what I'm guessing. And if it's not, well, I still hope that it's a cool track for sure and it has something to remind us of the older tracks. But man, I really hope that I'm right about this. Then we got the October and it says dynamic rank cars. This is very interesting. We're releasing a special series of cars which will allow you to customize their stats as you rank them up. There will be a series of upgrade items that you will unlock as you rank up your car, and you'll be able to assign them to improve the stats of your choice to best adapt your own needs and driving style. So basically, this maybe reminds me a little bit. In Asphalt 8, there was a system where I think it was called Elite Tuning, in which you could actually upgrade the cars as you please. Like, okay, I upgraded this car in this way, but actually I can reset it and re-upgrade it as I want. This is kind of what it reminds me of, but they're specifically saying that you can, like, what was the wording? You will be able to assign them to improve the stats of your choice. So does that mean that I'm gonna get like a blanket car and maybe I'm gonna be like, oh, I wanna make this an acceleration car and just go crazy with acceleration, but it has in turn absolutely horrendous speed? You know, things like that. Or maybe I want to make this the best drifter car in the world and it go absolutely bonkers with the handling, but then it will have no nitro. You know, things like that. I think this could be interesting, but we'll see. It's still far ways, how do you say it? Long ways away. Yeah, there we go. Okay, let me try that again because I had a sudden coughing fit. It's fine. It says, as we mentioned in a previous roadmap, the team is working on a new game mode that will challenge you to progress through a series of stages, all the while upgrading your car as you go to be able to surmount the ever-increasing difficulty you will face. We're still in early stages, but we'll be sharing more info closer to release. Now, this just excites me because I'm personally a very big fan of roguelike games. But if, again, thinking about it, trying to extrapolate it as to what it could mean in this game, it would be like a temporary game mode, or rather a game mode in which you get a car upgraded temporarily. Just so that you play, I don't know, a bunch of races in a row and you upgrade the car, you know, without real cost to your credits or whatnot, or maybe super cheap as opposed to upgrading a car normally. And after you upgrade the car and you're able to slowly make progress in that event, then once you're done, it's done and you lose all of the upgrades, but you gain something that it's permanent in your account. So it's basically making a lot of temporary upgrades and whatnot to, at the end, get something permanent. And again, the whole thing of temporary would be cheap or, you know, easy to do. I really don't know. Again, I would imagine, just to give you a quick idea, this is from the top of my head. Let's say that a car normally costs you, what, 30 million if it's a Class A car, right? Well, in this game mode, it's gonna cost you 200,000 to fully upgrade it for this game mode. Fully upgraded, but it only lasts for a session of 10 races or so, however, 10, 15, 20 races. But at the end, you gain 1 epic and 10 blueprints for the car. I'm like, oh, hello. You see what I'm saying? I think that would be interesting, but I don't know if this is where they're going. That is where my mind goes. But anyway, we got MPV. I guess it's MP5? MP versus? I don't know. As per usual, the team will be dedicating some time to further improve our multiplayer mode based on feedback we receive. We'll be able to share more details closer to the date, but for now, we're still reading the comments. So, nothing specifics. They're just saying we're going to continue improving multiplayer, but yeah, we'll see. Garage UI. The community is always suggesting new filters and way to improve the garage. So the team will be taking some time to improve the garage UI to help make it easier than ever to sort through your ever-growing garages. So this is fantastic because, you know, the filtering functionality in the garage, it is there and it's functional, but there's some things that definitely could improve in terms of like saving the filters that you have, filtering by a different criteria, things like that. So I think that could be good, but we'll see. And finally, for the December update, tournament mode, yet another new mode we're working on. This competitive mode will look to offer you the tournament experience with a knockout system that will have you face off in 1v1 races to see who comes out on top. Now, to be completely honest with you, this reminds me a lot. When I read it, I'm like, wait, didn't we already have that with the 1v1 in Asphalt 9? Yeah, there was a 1v1 game mode long time ago in Asphalt 9, and it was a lot of fun, and it was indeed sort of tournament-ish like, except that you didn't get to see like the bracket, and that is something that I always thought like, hey, it would be good if you could see the progress that you're making through a quote-unquote bracket in a tournament, though with dynamic player I don't know, dynamic player assignment. I don't know. It's gonna be difficult for me to explain. But the point is that over here they're saying they're bringing tournament mode, and apparently it's gonna be a bit more visual in understanding, like, oh, I'm gonna knock this player out of the tournament in this way and things like that. I don't know. Again, it remains to be seen how it's implemented, but it could be a lot of fun. Team Pursuit improvements. We've been very excited to see our Legends reception to the new mode we released last year. So we'll be bringing some new improvements to the mode to help keep it fresh. More details to follow. So again, no specifics, just that they're gonna continue improving the team mode, Team Pursuit, so that's fine. I actually have been enjoying it with the caveats that I've already mentioned sometime before, but hey, still. New track. Believe it or not, we're already hard at work on the next track. We can't wait to reveal our future location and the track layout, but we can't spoil the surprises yet. Of course, at the moment, they're still more interested, probably more busy on working on the track that is gonna be released very soon for the anniversary thing. And this other one we're talking about at the end of the year. New track, but hey, we'll see what it is. And as usual, I hope that it's a good track. Vanity Update 2. We'll be looking to expand on a Vanity Update, but we're still debating the final changes. We'll share more info on our next roadmap update. So, no information on this, so let's just move on. Mastery System. The Mastery System will be an all-new feature that will unlock accounts benefits based on your garage collection. Each mastery will require you to complete a specific card collection to unlock permanent benefits for your account. So this is cool. I would imagine that, for example, because mastery, again, is a term that I remember from the Asphalt 8 days, where, hey, if you have this collection of this specific cards, you get this. And back then it was some decals or whatnot. Over here, they said that it's benefits for your account. So I don't know, maybe it's some currencies, maybe it's some VIP points, who knows? But yeah, I would imagine that it would be similar. Like, hey, if you have half of the collection of the Ferraris, you're going to get this. If you get a full Ferrari collection, you're going to get that. Lamborghini collection, which would actually benefit me, you would get that type, you know, kind of like that. That's what I imagine, but again, no information, so we'll see how it goes. Then we got the dynamic rank cars review. We'll be dedicating some time to tweak our dynamic rank cars, as we expect our community to have plenty of feedback and other ideas to share our new feature. This will ensure we have dedicated time to address and improve the dynamic rank cars. So again, it's from the feature that we mentioned earlier. This one from October. So yeah, in December they're gonna, after, you know, the feature is out, they're gonna continue improving it based on players' feedback. So that's kind of nice. And that's basically it. And that's the current state of our future plans. I'm sure you'll have a ton of questions, so we have further good news. Escopeta himself has offered to answer all of your most burning questions once more. So head over to our Discord as a new dev Q&A approaches, and we have dedicated channel open for you to ask all of your questions. And well, what can I say? Definitely some interesting changes coming to the game. Like I said, the ones that I'm more interested at the moment are the ones that are imminent in the next updates. But overall, you can see that they're definitely going with the whole transparency thing and telling us like, hey, something like this is coming, you just gotta wait for it. So I'm really happy to see this type of mentality coming into the development of the game to involve the players, you know, into like, hey, this is what we're planning, what you guys think about this, and get some feedback from it. So I would indeed recommend people to just provide feedback, and if you do have questions, do go into the official Discord server. I'll put the link in the description, so that you can, you know, participate in the Q&A, and maybe your question, if it's asked, you know, by a bunch of people as well, this is probably gonna get answered. But yeah, overall, I'm excited about this whole thing, and I'm very, very interested to see also the patch notes that should be coming at some point. And again, I may or may not be able to make a video on the patch notes, depending on the time that is released, the day, and all of that stuff. You know, it all has to do with IRL occupations, but still, if possible, I'll make a video, or rather, I'll make a video as soon as possible on the patch notes when they release. But for now, I just wanted to have a look at all of that. Once again, if you enjoyed this video, you know what to do. Like button, subscribe, all of that good stuff. Again, for all the new people over here, I make a lot of content about this game, and I'm always yapping, so hey, here's for that. But thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.